Hello and welcome to this week's Cari Connects. I am Psychic Medium Cari Muggs, and each week I pull a card from a deck to let you know what's coming up for the week and the signs and symbols to watch for. So, this week we are using the Shaman's Dream. I used this deck a long time ago I think a couple years ago when I was in the middle of using this deck when I decided to change decks every week just because I wanted to. That's fine. So this week, please watch. This week is sign up. There will be sign-ups available this week for my class, The Connection, for my online class. The class isn't until July 17th, but registration is going to be open this week sometime. I'm still working out the details, but it's going to be open. So watch for an email for that, okay? Okay. This week is the perfect storm. Okay, so it's not that bad, right? Because here's the thing. The perfect storm, there can be so much going on. It's all that whole thing about the magic is in the mess. And I think if you've heard me talk about this, Joel Osteen talks about a painting that he has that he saw that he loved. And it was of a storm going on, and there was a bird, which is kind of convenient. There was a bird, a mama bird, and she was covering her babies with her wing. And the storm was going on all around her, but where she was and her babies was calm. And that's kind of like tornadoes too. Like the storm can be going all around you, but the center of the tornado, the eye of the tornado is calm. And that's what I've heard. I'm not sure if that's exactly true, but that's what I've heard. So this might be your week. There might be, you guys are going to stop watching because I'm like, there's always something, but that might be your week this week. There might be a storm, or there might be chaos, or there might be some craziness, which is like the beginning. I mean, I know it's not the beginning of summer, but it's just kind of lots of stuff going on. I think I was sitting down with my family. I think there's something every single weekend for the rest of the summer. So it could just feel a little chaotic or a little messy or a little stormy. But the great thing is it's the perfect storm, which means even though the storm's going on, you still have the calmness. You still have the collectedness. You still can stand strong. So even like you've heard me talk about the palm trees before, palm trees can bend in the storm. Some trees just break in the storm, but palm trees can bend. So this says the perfect storm, the courage to step into life. So what that means is there might be craziness around you. There might be a storm around you, but let's be honest. Most of life, or most of our journey, it feels like a storm. I mean, there's some times when there's rest and there's peace, but most of the time the journey is just kind of fun and crazy, and the magic is in the mess. So even though it feels chaotic, or even though it feels like there's a lot going on, lots of stuff, and it could be from last week because some of you stepped into some sort of I can't even remember what the card was last week now. Because I brought it up. That's why. I was thinking it was the business love one, but I think that was the week before. So I might be off. So yeah, last week was the owl and the wisdom. You stepped into your knowledge. So because you stepped into your wisdom, it might be a little chaotic. It might be, or something, your aha moment kind of caused like some chaos, because spiritual growth is always a little bit chaotic, right? So you will have the courage to step into life this week. And even though things may seem a little chaotic, it's supposed to be that way. And it happens. I don't always like to say it happens for a reason, because I don't think everything does happen for a reason. I think things happen and we make the best out of it, or we try, how we react to it is. But there's things on earth that sometimes happen that I think don't happen for reasons, but when they do happen, you can turn them into positive things and having bad things. But all that aside, the perfect storm is going to happen this week. It might seem chaotic. It might seem a little messy, but honestly, it's going to give you the courage to step up into life. It's going to give you the courage to be like, you know what? I'm kind of done with this shiz. I'm gonna take the bull by the horns and I'm gonna figure it out and I'm gonna do it, because that's what you do. You own it and you do it, and you don't blame anybody else. You just be strong in who you are. Know that you have it all inside of you and that the magic is in you, and you just freaking do it, right? So this week, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna do it. And you're gonna step into the storm, and it's gonna be crazy, and it's not gonna matter. So now, the thing that's kind of cool about this bird, so obviously the signs and symbols to watch for those of you that are listening on the podcast, these are the signs and symbols. A black crow is going to be one of them, because that's a huge picture on the card. A tornado or storm-like circle is going to be a symbol. Now, here's another thing too. Any kind of black feather. Yeah, I'm going to make it hard this week. I'm going to make Spirit. If Spirit's going to give us these hard things, I'm going to make Spirit work for it. So black feather, no white ones, black. And also too, this crow bird, actually, his feathers are peacock feathers. If you see down at the bottom, there's peacocks. So we're gonna look for crows, black feathers, peacocks, and peacock feathers. Those are the feathers those are the only feathers I'm gonna allow Spirit to, because I wanna make it, if Spirit's gonna make it hard for us, I wanna make it hard for Spirit. So, also too, so we have, and the stars, like little green orbs or stars in the sky. Those are your signs and symbols. The numbers for this week are 4, 4, 4. The number is 44 on the card. So, which is perfect, because that means even though you're in the storm, even though you're in the mess, you're still being protected by your angels. You're being protected by your guardian angels, your spirit team, now 333 is mostly your guides and your ancestors. 444 are protective angels. Now, people get nervous when they see 444 because they think they're in danger. That's not what it means. It doesn't mean they're warning you about anything. It just means to remember that while you're going on this journey, you're fully protected. Nothing can stop you from achieving your purpose or your dreams or any of that, and until it's accomplished. So 444 are the numbers for this week to let you know you are being guided and protected, and you can make it through this storm. Now, no more Cari being the victim. No more saying, oh, I hope it's easy this week. You know what? If they give us hard stuff, we can do it. We can freaking do it, right? Okay. So those are the signs and symbols for this week. Crow, black feather, peacock feathers, and a storm, and green orbs or stars, and the number 44. So do it, guys. Do it. Let's do this week. Let's master it. Let's conquer it. Let's show Spirit, you know what? We're up for it. We're up for it. We're doing it. So I love you guys. Watch for my connection class. It's coming up this week, and I will see you guys next week.